Hi and welcome back to Real Reviews, where today I'm having a look at Warfare. It's the Alex Garland release, which is due to hit cinemas on the 18th of April. It is co-written and directed by Mendoza. It's based on his real-life experiences in the Ramadi province in Iraq during that conflict. So let's dive in and find out what all the fuss is about.
You're peeking and probing.
Peeking with serious intent to probe.
Alpha 2, we might have guys starting to move on our...
So I think it's fair to say that straight off the bat you need to experience Warfare on the biggest IMAX screen you can find. The better the sound system, the more immersive the experience. This stars Poulter and Quinn. They are the top tier names. You've also got Cosmo Jarvis in there. Cosmo Jarvis was in the Disney Plus show Shogun, which is due for a second season. Quinn has been everywhere. He was in Gladiator 2. He was obviously in Stranger Things, played Eddie in that particular show, and he is due to be in the Fantastic Four First Steps, the new Marvel iteration of those characters. Poulter has also been in the Marvel Universe in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But he has recently turned up in season 7 of Black Mirror, revisiting an old character for people who haven't seen it before. So these guys are everywhere, but that's not the point. Alex Garland and Mendoza have really genuinely created something incredibly personal, incredibly intimate, extremely violent in many ways, psychologically damaging, but there is no story. There are no character introductions as such. There is no narrative. There is no resolution. It just starts and it stops and it leaves you sort of shell-shocked. So let's dig a little bit deeper into Warfare and let people know, let me try and explain why you should see this film.
Yeah, I definitely see weapons at this point.
Yeah, we have definite massing.
So I think the closest comparison to this particular film would be something like Green Zone, which is Matt Damon and directed by Paul Greengrass. It does have shades of Greengrass in the direction. That much can be said, but it really, because it doesn't really have a story, because it doesn't really have characters that are fully formed in terms of introduction, and you get character shades, you get bits that come through the dialogue, but the dialogue is so sparse, so you really are literally dropped into this situation in the midst of this unit of soldiers, and expected to sort of immerse yourself and engage with these characters, and there is an awful lot of waiting around. There's an awful lot of tedium almost, but that is obviously building tension toward the event which we know is coming. That is not a narrative trick. There's no plot device there. This is what happened. This is the recollection. This is what happened to these people. And it's, you know, ultimately it's just a testament to the legacy of the bravery behind these men that went to war and came back in various bits and pieces. And I don't mean that in a derogatory, violent way. I mean literally just psychologically, or you know, the bond between them. So you really should try and track down Warfare, because it is a truly unique experience, and it absolutely blew me away. So on that note, I'm going to dive into my rating. Let's do that.
Redman 08 is profane. We're seeing X out.
So I'm going to be giving Warfare 5 out of 5 on the big old 5 scale, purely because it really is such a unique war film, which is not necessarily a war film in the conventional sense. It is about the conflict, about the necessity for conflict, and about the impact it has, and also how Hollywood ultimately, and how films have tended to glorify or sort of put it on a pedestal and turn it into something which it very much is not. So on that note, I recommend people go and see this with all haste. It's out on the 18th. I'm going to dive into my trailer on that note. Let's do that. And so it is, you've reached the end of the video review for Warfare, which is written and directed by Alex Garland and Mendoza, and is out on the 18th of April in selected cinemas. Try and track it down on IMAX if you can. So this is the bit where I go, if you've liked the video, then give me a thumbs up. Failing that, you can always just drop a comment in the comment box below and I will respond. And finally, just subscribe, so that every Tuesday and every Saturday when I drop another one of these videos literally into your lap, you get a little notification and you can pop in and watch or listen to as much or as little as you'd like, and go about your day. In the meantime, check out the rest of the channel. Maybe pop over to the Patreon page. Take care. Cheers now. Bye.